All right, Jett Lawrence, everybody's favorite Aussie rider. How was your Washougal, and what was the track like today for you? Because I was talking to some of the track members, and the track guys were like, man, we got to rip it deep because Jett was giving us a hard time last weekend, so we got to make it gnarly for Jett Lawrence. How was it for you today?
It was definitely way better than last year. Last year sucked. It was like a highway. This year, the boys executed. I mean, I still, the next thing, I might just start really complaining about the trees. Hopefully I'll get rid of that next, because I mean, the first one was great because it was overcast and you could see everything. Then the second one, it was just dangerous. I mean, I was pushing, and then I had a few sketchy moments when I was in second, and I pulled Dustin, I think, a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I choose my life instead. I don't want to hit a kicker and end up axing myself. So, I mean, if we can get rid of those trees next, hopefully we just keep complaining and just kick up a bit of dust. Hopefully they might listen and chop them off. Otherwise, Hunter and I might make a trip up here in the off season.
Really? Start cutting some trees?
We might come out with some chainsaws, cut some branches and that.
Oh my gosh. But it's the same for everybody. Everybody's got to deal with the shadows.
It is. It is. So maybe at the end of the day, we're doing them a favor. You know?
Doing who a favor?
Everyone.
All right.
Everyone complains about the shadows. They just don't say it.
That's fair. Okay. And then, was it slick today, or was it tacky? Good traction or bad traction? I mean, what was it like?
It was weird because like some of the turns had deep rights, and then you would pop out, and then it was hard slick, so it was a bit slippery. It was kind of weird. It was like, I mean, you got to ride, so you can kind of understand. Like you had a deep right, you'd come out of that, and then it would be like a bit hard, but also tacky. So you're like going in and out of tacky and slippery, then hit an edge. It was a weird kind of I don't even know. It was a bit different, that's for sure. It
was definitely different. I'm still trying to figure it out. I did the whole day with you guys. 25-29 for me. A media guy, doesn't train.
At least it's your brother's number.
Yes, that's true. But so I mean, I don't do 30-minute motos ever. I work on the computer a lot, but I get to ride a lot too. Ride a lot of cool bikes. So what's the tip for me? Because I was cramping out there. Like, you got any tips for me? Any kind of special foods or anything?
Breathe. Make sure you breathe. I always make sure that I'm breathing, because you don't realize it, but every now and then in a few sections you'll be holding your breath, and so it might not be for a very long time, it could be for a split second, but if you build that up over 30 minutes, that could turn into 15 seconds or 20 seconds of holding your breath, or even more, maybe over a minute.
Totally.
And just those little bits of holding your breath it'll lift your heart rate, and then you got to try and recover that again. So I reckon breathing, mate. You got to breathe.
All right, cool. And then simple. And everybody loves your technique. I love your technique. For me, it's best for me to practice technique when I'm on a slow, tight figure 8 corner track, or slow ruts, standing, feet on the pegs, shoulders, everything, elbows. How often growing up were you riding tight corner tracks, working on technique, or were you a guy that, I mean, did a lot of motos and just rode a lot? Like, what's that balance?
I think the balance for us is we'll do long motos, and we'll just kind of work, because it's a lot longer motos, we can work on our technique. It wasn't always about going fast, flat out fast to it. We'll do a longer moto and work on our technique. And because when you're always going hard, the only thing you're thinking about is like how fast can I hit this turn, where if you just back it down a bit, and it ends up making, I feel like, makes you a safe rider around racing other people and that. So I like to do the longer motos and kind of focus on more myself, not just the track.
So not a lot of tight corner tracks? I mean,
we do have a bit of a rut track. Like, it sucks because in Florida it's sand, the main base, so they got blown out a bit wider.
Yeah.
But we have like a sand rut track that we'll go on, and we'll work on some stuff on that track, yeah.
Okay. Team Australia, Motocross of Nations. Is it going to be Mitch Evans?
I don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see, man.
Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't know. Mitch Evans. Mitch Evans is a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he say when he comes over, he stays at your guys' house.
Yeah. He stayed at our house for a while. We had a good time. I mean, that guy he's driven. He was committed to being the best when nobody knew who he was. Nobody believed in him. I mean, in America, definitely nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
But he was committed to being the best, and I was like, dude, I know he's good, but this guy's serious. And now he's done well, and he's recovering from injury. So
I heard he's got that wrist. I'm pretty sure he's went and got surgery on a few times, because the first guy messed it up, and then he went up going to a better guy. So hopefully, we've been watching MXGP because my mum is she's girlfriends with his mum, so
Cool.
they get along heaps. She actually on one of the breaks, Kelly Evans actually came over to our house
Nice.
in Florida. She had to get out for a visa and that stuff. Had spent some time somewhere else, so we got to spend some time with her. And my mum and Kelly were, as they do, gossip
Nice.
with girls. My mum actually went to the movies with her for like the first time in ages, so she was pumped.
Cool.
So no, hopefully we can get Mitchie over here. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he does get picked, and hopefully Hunter and I get picked. So we'll see. You have to be patient, man. Just trust the process, as they say. Trust the process.
I didn't know if it was still a secret. I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't get told anything either. So when I get told, it's probably when you guys find out also.
I like it. All right, good stuff. And then I think that's pretty much it. What's your favorite part about coming to Washougal?
Favorite part. We go with the fans. We're gonna go with the fans.
Fans are pretty close here. The fences are right on the track.
It is. So if you swap out, I'm pretty sure the rider's not the only one going to be getting injured.
It's true. That's true. All right, good times. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, Heath.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thanks. Here we are. 450 Moto 2 just finished a couple minutes ago. It's loud here. We got our Crescent Wrench microphone. Alex Martin. There was a guy out there. What did you think when you saw the yellow fender? And I'm just going to say at the front, I'm sorry, but how was that experience for you?
I was so mad at you. I thought you were on a Suzuki, and then I passed you, and I looked back, and then I thought you were on a Husqvarna, so I really couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, is this guy out here testing? Like, what is he doing right now? But no, I was in a heated battle with Marshal Weltin. I was trying to get Marsh, and couldn't get it done. But I still rode good. And I got my first top 10 overall today.
First top 10 overall, 450 class. That's pretty cool. Alex Martin, I've been a big fan of him. I don't even know if people can hear us right now with the air compressor in the background, but final season for you. It's pretty cool that you announced it before Spring Creek, before your hometown race. What's thoughts going through your mind getting done with Washougal? And what do we have? 4 more rounds left. Like, what's it like to be Alex Martin right now?
Just kind of a little sentimental, maybe. I don't know. Like, it means more for sure. Like, the crowd of Southwick, Millville, like, since I've announced it, like, the crowd is nuts. It's really cool. Like, I feel like they're following me around the track, whereas I only would ever get that, like, when I was in a podium or, like, winning motos in the 250 class. So, like, to be riding around a 10th and having people, like, chasing me around the track cheering, it's really cool. It makes it pretty special. This, other than Millville, I'd say every other track is fun, but, like, Millville was kind of an emotional one for me.
Yeah.
Just because it's my home track. I grew up there. So many friends and family, but in general, like, I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed this sport, and I've enjoyed the grind for 15 years, and it's kind of sad, but I'm excited for what's next.
Cool. And then your brother coming to Club MX Yamaha is pretty cool move. Man, I thought you guys were going to be teammates again, and I was pretty excited for that. But, what are your thoughts on him coming over here? I mean, obviously it's a factory level team to a younger, newer team that you've been working with. So are you confident, excited for him, or what's like the emotions like for you? What did that make your decision to retire a little bit harder, knowing that you were going to be teammates with him next year, or what was that?
Yeah, it would have been nice to be teammates for sure. That was kind of probably why I held off on saying something, because I think halfway through Supercross I was like, all right, like I'm ready to be done. Yeah. But because that was my thing going in, is like I really want to just give the 450 1 year, give it a shot, just so I had no regrets. But I'm content with what I did in the 250 class. But we always want to win and win championships, but. From where I came from, being a privateer, barely being top 10, you know what I mean, to like being in championship hunts, I couldn't really ask for much more. But yeah, in terms of my brother, I'm super stoked, and I want to be, more involved in his program, and like I want to, he's already a troll training athlete, I guess, if you will, but I do want to help him out more, and maybe I'm at the races helping him out, or during the week training with him. I don't know, but. Yeah, I think he's been on the bike 4 days already at club. He's down there with us right now. This week he rode with us, and he's ripping. He's already riding pretty good. He was on the 450. He was a little off the pace, and then he hopped on the 250, and he was like right there. And I'm like, oh, that didn't take long. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what he does.
That's cool. I've ridden the Club MX 250 Garrett Marchbanks bike, and I got to ride your bike. And obviously your bike was way off for me. I'm 6 foot tall. You had raised pegs, lowered seat. It was pretty wild. But the power was super smooth and super nice. So one thing I just want to ask, Troll Train, I mean, you kind of already answered it, but next step, are we going to see you at the races a lot? Even if your brother doesn't need you, will you still come to be a part of the races, or what's that going to look like for you after the season's over?
I mean, I definitely don't want to be traveling as much as I'm traveling now, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll just see what opportunities present themselves, and I mean, I'm open to anything, but at the same time, I don't want to be on an airplane 35 times a year.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, you'll back to my bike though. You'll have to ride it now. We've made a lot of changes since then. You rode it pretty early on, but it's almost like a different dirt bike now. So
yeah,
I'd be curious to see what you think of the bike now. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, I asked to ride the bike because we were already riding Garrett's, and they're like, "Hey, it's not done yet, but let's give it a shot." So it was a fun time. Congratulations on an awesome career. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Marshal Weltin. I'm a big fan of this guy. This guy is really? All right, this guy's a grinder. He works hard. He works his butt off. Nothing he has was handed to him easily. He was going extremely fast in the first couple rounds, earned a spot on the H.E.P Suzuki Twisted Tea team, and today you passed me in qualifying, and I came over the sand roller, or the roller into the sand, and you were flailing, but that's how it goes. Are you all right? And what happened?
Yeah, team owner Dustin, he used to race, so he definitely picks up on some stuff, and he's like, "Yo, you're checking up way too much on the wall. Like, let the bike roll over it." So I took it to heart, and I let it roll.
I thought he was slow on the sand first qualifier, and then of course first lap of second qualifier he does send it and then eats shit and has a black eye. So
I rolled right off it, and I sent it about the corner and landed, and I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I just landed normal and my whole body just collapsed and smacked my head off the crossbar pad, and that's the result of it. So,
is your head okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Just cosmetic.
Cosmetic. This can be fixed with a little makeup. Okay, Washougal National, you're an East Coast guy. This guy is a sand guy. He's a grinder. He's a soft dirt, big braking bumps. He can smash into some stuff. And Washougal is quite a bit different than the last couple rounds you've been at. So how was your time at Washougal?
I don't know. I think the Suzuki just really works good in these conditions. We've been out in Cali, and bike's set up really good in California. You've been having good weeks training and testing with the team, and I felt I'm like, I already knew before I came here, I'm like, it's going to be a good weekend for me. I feel good, and it sounds bad. For some reason, I can't figure out my qualifying, but I was 16th in the first session, so I was like, at least I'm not in the 20s. But, I mean, it's tough for sure with getting the day started for me. Then once I get in the motos, I seem to, progress and things get better. But I like these conditions, this chop. I think this is, core moto,
Awesome. Sick. Well, thank you for your time. Good job. Thanks. See you at the next. See you out the Paula.
Good job to you, too. Saw you out there.
All right. It was fun. I was on. I had a yellow fender on my Husky. Did you think I was on a Suzuki or not?
Hard to tell, yeah.
It's hard to tell?
Yeah.
I
saw yellow, and I was like, yo, Brandon. Oh, Josh. All right.
All right. I like it. Good stuff. Justin Cooper, Washougal. Tell me how it went. I mean, tell me the results. Tell me how the motos went. Just what was it like?
Yeah, it was started off really good. Was clicking with the bike in practice, and for some reason we went away from that a little bit. Tried some other stuff for the first moto, and just the intensity wasn't there, and I wasn't feeling that good on the bike. I was struggling a little bit, but we actually went back to the settings we had for the first practice, and we felt really good from the second moto, I can tell you that. So it's been a long time since I felt that, and it was really refreshing.
Sick. Good stuff. What is Washougal like to you? I mean, today the track was pretty gnarly. I was in the 450 class. I went 25, 29. I was pretty tired in that second moto. I was tired in the first moto, man. But was it slippery or was it tacky? I mean, what was it? Because I've been asking everyone the same question.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends what part of the track. There was, when you got in those deep ruts, it would kind of kick around and it'd be slippery. But if you got on some edges there or under the shade, it was some moisture there to hook up in. But I don't want to hurt your feelings, but this was probably one of the easier ones.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I raced all the nationals. Okay, I did all the nationals in 2016. I did all the nationals in 2017. I did Supercross in 2018. I know this is one of the easier ones because it's not like big rut bumps. The ruts are gnarly. They're pretty long, but I understand. You're not hurting my feelings. I'm just out of shape.
Yeah, it was a good day. Like, the weather was really cool. It was almost cold, and track was pretty smooth. Like, after I came off the first one, I was like, dang, let's go out for the second one. Like, usually I'm just drained, and for some reason it felt like the motors were going by quicker today. I got halfway and I was like, Okay.
Yeah.
Like that came a lot sooner than I thought.
That's
Usually, so something about this track, it was a good day. It was enjoyable.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't done a 30-minute moto in a long, long time. So full-time job. I was gonna get tired even if the track was bone smooth. 30-minute motos for me. But what's your favorite part about coming to Washougal? I mean, we got fans are closer to the track here. The fences are close, which is really cool. I think the trees are nice, green grass. You got the river on the drive-in. Have you seen the Multnomah waterfall across this? Have you seen that?
Pictures of it, and I am bummed out because it's 10 minutes from my hotel and I didn't check it out.
Dude, what time is your flight?
Midnight.
Oh my gosh, Multnomah Falls is super cool. Like, you have to see it next year.
Yeah, hey, if I don't go tonight, I'll check it out next year for sure.
Okay, cool. So Multnomah Falls, if you've ever been to Portland, you've seen a postcard. That's the picture they use on the postcard. But and there's a fun hike there too. Okay, so I guess what is your favorite part? You didn't answer that. Well, because you didn't go to the waterfall, but what else?
Yeah, the track is it's like unique. Everyone talks about it. It's like second moto, the shadows caught me off guard because the sun came out. And like as soon as I got into the shadows, it how like your eyes have to adjust for a second, and it's like you're going so fast that's a little bit scary. But I would say that just the scenery around this place, it's one of a kind. And when when you're coming here, you're in for at least a good time.
Super cool, super cool. All right, and then what's it like? I mean, Eli Tomac's a Star Racing Yamaha guy. Do you get to deal with him at all, or pick his brain on any testing with your bike? Or I know he's not in Florida, but what's it like having him next door at the races with you?
Yeah, I mean I can't find the guy during race day. He's in his camper, and I mean if I had one here, I'd be in it too. So he does his own thing. It's haven't really got to pick his brain much. It's cool to have him as a teammate. Just haven't ridden with him as much as I'd like to. He's he does his own thing in Colorado, and we train in Tallahassee. So it's cool. I wish I could get a little bit closer to him, but yeah, he's locked in right now.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Joe Shimoda, everybody's favorite Japanese rider, Washougal National 2022. How was it for you? I saw you were out front in the first moto. I was running around on the infield, and I actually didn't see the results because I was busy racing myself. But I heard you did get a little cattywampus in the whoops. Something went a little crazy. But how was it for you today?
Was all right. Just didn't have the pace today. Like from the morning, kind of struggled to figure the track out. And yeah, I got a good start finally. But then, if you don't have the pace, that's what you get, So still finished 3-3, but P4 overall. So yeah,
nice.
That's all right.
What about first moto? I heard that a rider passed you off the track and then got back on in front of you. Was that true or no? Because I didn't see it.
So yeah, it was Hunter. He passed me for first, and then before the whoop section, I kind of pushed him wide, and I guess he went off the track, but it's at the same time I pushed him off the track, so he kind of guessed it and went in front of me. So
nice.
I think it was a fair move.
Okay, fair move. I like it. Washougal National track conditions today. Like, was it slippery or was it tacky or what was it out there?
It's kind of slippery and tacky at the same time. Like some sections are really hard packed, it's slippery, and some sections are really tacky. Yeah, it's very technical.
Nice. All right, Mitch Payton, what's he like to ride for?
What?
What's it like to ride for Mitch Payton? Is he friendly? Is he scary? Is he intimidating? What's he like?
No, it's a great team. I mean, they'll tell you what's the best, and yeah, I mean, he never says something that's not unfair.
Yeah.
Always, if other guys are doing it, maybe take a chance to do it. So it's a cool team.
Nice. All right, I got some cramps out there. My leg was cramping and my stomach was cramping. What do you do to help with that? Because I need some help.
I mean, I get the same problem sometimes. Just keep hydrating.
Yeah.
I think that's all you can do.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for your time. Favorite Japanese rider. It's been fun watching you.
What's up?
Motocross action.
Yeah.
And we just talked to your guy right here, Eddie Ayala. Ayala. And he said you're one of the easiest guys to work with. So how was your day today at Washougal? And what did you do through the whoop section? Because I was struggling through those.
The day was okay. The first moto was good. I ended up 5th. I was happy with that ride. Rode good with the front runners for a while. Then second one ended up 8th. Just didn't ride my best that one. Pumped up a little bit. Track got a little bit gnarlier that one, so a little frustrated on that. But 5.8 I think for 6th, so not a bad day. And then the whoops were gnarly. The first moto I was going outside and then like tripling. But second moto it kind of got a little chewed up out there, so I was going inside, rolled, and whatever I could figure out. It was pretty gnarly though. They were kind of steep at the end too, so I get like a little kick. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I was like, what am I doing sometimes?
Yeah, pretty sketchy. So this track, I mean, you just got back from Millville, Southwick. How does this rate on rough? Like, because it's rough, but it's different.
It is a different rough. Like, I would say the other tracks are a bit more gnarly. This is just kind of more sketchy rough, I guess, just because of like the square holes and stuff, and it's just slick. But I kind of prefer this over like sand. Yeah. So I like it. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, you kind of answered my next question, if you like it or not. I think it's awesome that we have a variety of tracks, not just all sand tracks, not just all hard pack tracks, but we have a little bit of everything here in the U.S. Maybe not as much as variety as the GPs, but we got quite a bit. And then what's your favorite part about coming to Washougal, like the scenery wise? Because there's a lot of cool things. Did you ever go see the waterfall across the freeway? Okay, you can next time you come here, Multnomah Falls. It's pretty sick. It's like if you've ever seen a postcard from Portland, Oregon, it's from that waterfall. But what's your favorite part about Washougal?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't get to check out too many things, but like just the scenery in general is pretty sick. Like, I wish I could have gone to check other things out, but I'll take you on that. Like, go check out some more stuff next time I'm here, next year maybe, and yeah, just enjoying it.
Cool. All right, and then I haven't done any 30-minute motos, so I got really tired out there. What do you do for cramps? What do you like? Is there anything you do to prevent cramps?
Electrolytes. I
do a lot of those.
Jeez, I don't know. Like, once they happen, it's kind of over with though. Like if you don't have it in you like before the cramps come on, it's like just go ride it. You know, it's gonna be a rough day, but yeah. Let's get hydrate.
All right, that's fair. I drank a lot of water, but not enough. All right, thank you, Seth. Appreciate it.
No worries.
All right, guys. Max Vohland. I've seen this. I've said it in many videos. All the interviews I've done, I've watched this guy grow from a wee little guy with long legs on a KTM 65 all the way to a taller guy with long legs on a KTM 250 factory bike. But Washougal National, how was your day? What were your results, and what went on today?
Yeah, today went great. Went 8th in qualifying, so matched my best qualifying, and then went 7.5 for 5th overall, which matched my best.
Nice.
So yeah, matched 2 bests today, which is good, solid, consistent. Yeah, I got off to a bad start in the first moto, and how the track was very hard to pass. So I was surprised I was able to make up the positions I did, how early it was, and then picked my way into 7th, and then just kind of had a gap and sat there. Second moto, got the start, got 6th in the first corner, got into 5th about just a little before halfway, and then kind of rode no man's land. That top 4 group is tough to beat. If you're in that group, I feel like you're pretty much winning races or overalls, and as you say, like, today it was definitely mixed up with Joe going 3-3 for 3rd or 4th,
Totally.
which is insane. But yeah,
Totally. You have Ryan Dungey in the tent now. What's it like being in the same tent with him?
Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge, of course, and bummer for him to have that bike failure first moto because he was riding so good. He's a good, happy guy. He's always, bringing the mood up, and he has a lot of knowledge that you can kind of pick from, and just kind of, you don't even have to talk to the guy. You can just kind of hear him out in the distance talking about suspension, this and that, and you know how much he likes to change his bike.
Yeah.
I actually tried some of his settings, and I couldn't believe he rides how he does, because I tried his forks this week, and I was like, so the amount of traction and force that he puts on his front tire is ridiculous, because I could not ride it.
Crazy.
Yeah, so 2 different styles, but he makes it work, and he looks good doing it. So
that's cool. I got to ride Antonio Caroli's KTM 450, and that suspension was insanely stiff. Like the forks were super stiff. We have a video coming out soon about that. But were Dungey's forks stiff? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, they were surprisingly felt good over bumps. I liked them actually better than my forks when it came to handling the bumps, but just the feel of the front tire was so heavy and sticky feeling. I just wasn't used to that because I've been riding a lot of sand back at Baker's, and my style is kind of more rear end steer, and his seems to be the complete opposite, which is all front end. He's always been really good at turning super tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can obviously tell after riding his forks that that's how he's going to ride.
Totally. What's your favorite part about Washougal?
I think the fans won today. I mean, this is a huge crowd. I think one of the biggest all year, it seemed like. I mean, it was packed on the infield. And yeah, of course the whoops, especially when they're jumpers, because I'm good at jumping them right now.
Dude, I struggled in the whoops. Like, what were you doing, and what should I do next time?
First moto, outside 3-3-3. 3 is the most simple. Second moto, inside 2-3-3-3. Like roll 2-3-3-3. But I did have a case where I OJ'd into the last 3, smacked my face on the bars, sweat all in the inside of my lens for the last 3 laps of the first moto. So it's just like riding with rain goggles.
Yeah.
You throw tear-offs thinking it's going to be better, and then it's still the same because it's on the inside of your goggles. So yeah, whoops got me a little bit today on the chin, but yeah, it was good.
Same thing happened to me. I hit my chest so hard in the whoops one time, but good times. Congrats on a good ride. Tied your season best. Now you got a few weeks off.
Yeah.
What are you going to work on, and like what's it going to be like these next couple weeks? Are you going to go hard, or are you going to recover a little bit more?
I feel like I kind of did the recovering this week. I came back out to Cali to do some testing, which was smart because I brought that setting here and felt comfortable right away. So I'm going back to Cali now for a week, kind of a little mellow, but I feel like now I have the ability and the chance to really work my body and build strength. I don't have to worry about riding and racing on the weekend, so I can really almost kind of burn myself out, but not really because I'm going back to Florida the next Saturday, so I got to save myself for at least that. So yeah, kind of half and half. First week, kind of more building strength, having more technique riding wise, and then back to Florida, more training and motos.
Awesome. All right. Well, congrats on a good day.
Thank you.
All right, Eddie Ayala, Kawasaki. You're wearing the Monster Energy Kawasaki race team shirt. So, what team do you ride for? Do you ride for the 450 team or the 250 team?
Neither. I'm a bit of a PR maven, as some would say, as I would say, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I don't ride for a single team. I guess I'm a solo kind of guy like that.
Okay, all jokes aside, Zach Cummins is my favorite Kawasaki PR guy, but Eddie has quickly become my second favorite Kawasaki PR guy after we met. And we're missing Zach Cummins this weekend. But Eddie, what are you in charge of? So right now we're waiting for more riders to do interviews, but what are you in charge of on race day, and how cool is your job?
Well, my job's awesome. I love it, first of all, but mainly in charge of coordinating these guys' schedule throughout the race day, any social posts, any kind of announcements, rider announcements, team announcements, and then after the race, I handle the post-race recap.
All right, guys, I'm here with, one of the crowd favorites, one of the guys that gets a lot of cheers, one of the guys, when you go to the races, somebody who people are looking up to, people want his job. There's a lot of good riders that train extremely hard, that work their whole life for their factory ride, for their privateer ride. They pay a lot of money to get to these races, and they don't get as many cheers as this guy does. It seems like he's kind of a natural. To be honest, I think some riders have to work really hard where other riders are naturally talented. Yeah. And I think, for you from the outside looking in, it might be one of those, glacier schemes where you only see the top and you don't see all those years that you were grinding to get to this point. But Film Guy Tom on Instagram, Team Fried is what he's technically known by. And I'm personally a fan. If you guys don't know here, Motocross Action, he knows. Every race I'm at, I'm like, hey man, I got my iPhone here. It's like a 10 plus or 12. It's got 4K mode. So
I'm waiting on the footage. I know you've been wanting to give the footage. I'm waiting on it. I need to give you my email. I mean, we can do either just Team Fried 21 at Gmail, or we can do Racer X, but it's up to you. We can collab on Team Fried.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, good stuff. I gotta let you go because you got to get to work. But good times.
No, I've got it. I got it figured out. I put the camera on a tripod, just press record, and I just chill for the rest of the media session. So It's nice.
All right. Good times. And then, what's your favorite part about Washougal?
I like the lighting aspect of it with shooting, but it's very tough. And I like the fans here. They're all pretty mellow. Like, everyone's cool. There wasn't really any booze here or anything. Like, everyone was really nice. So. Cool.
All right. And then any tips for me as an amateur photographer or videographer?
just you got to enjoy hiking.
Okay.
Just hike and it'll be fun. But I'm shot right now. I will say, like, I'm taking in about 10 to 15% of what you've just told me, because I'm fried right now.
Team fried. That's a joke that I say with my wife. If I'm really tired, I say, babe, I'm on team fried right now. And she does the same thing to me. So it's kind of a household joke. Man, I'm on team fried right now. But it's good times. All right. Tommy Tenders, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.